found out that the blue strip there is actually for the first half of the year compared to 2016. And in that, the respondents, about 31%, think that their performance was better compared to second half of 2016. The 31 said the same in the same period, and then about 39% think that their performance has worsened in that regard if they compare their performance with the previous years, that is 2016 second half. Of course, that should be expected somewhat, because that was when in that time was the first half was merely the year that the new government has actually taken place and still putting together its policies. And so you realize that businesses were actually not performing. There was some kind of wait-and-see kind of attitude in the economy. So we have that high recording of 39% thinking that in fact their situation or their performance has worsened. If we compare that with the second year's performance, that is the second section, the second half of the year, June to December, you realize that we recorded somewhat better performance, where about 46% think that their performance has improved compared to the previous half of the year, and that recorded about 46%. However, we still have significant proportion saying that the performance has not improved or either worsened, about 23%. That constitutes more than 50% in that regard. If we look at the performance in sectors, so for example, we take the agric sector, and in agric sector, we have about 43%, actually, is it 43% saying that their performance worsened. That is the first half of the year, as against 17% which said improved. So the perception in the agricultural sector, or the assessment in the agricultural sector, suggests that the agricultural sector in the first half of the year didn't fare well at all. And industry also likewise compared their performance to 2016 second half of the year, shows that about 38% mentioned that they have not performed well compared to their previous year's performance, whereas about slightly larger than a quarter of the respondents believe that they performed well. So overall, the first half compared to 2016 suggests that businesses did not fare well. In fact, their performance dipped in most cases. That's the first half of 2017. However, if we compare that with the second half of 2017, you realize that the blue strip, that is the better performance, started increasing. And so we have agriculture saying 35 from 17 to now 35% in terms of their performance, although they still have 39% still thinking that their performance did not improve or was worsened compared to the first half of the year. We have industry sector or industrial sector actually recording much better performance of about 47%. That compares to about 31% in the previous section. So industrial sector, actually, their performance was better compared to the second or the first half of 2016. And similar findings was also obtained in the services sector. So in the services sector, the second half, about 46% of the respondents or businesses that we interviewed believe that their performance was better compared to the first half, while about 55% either said they were the same or worsened in that regard. Financial sector actually is about 58% in the first half compared to 2016. mentioned that they perform better, while in second half, we have about overwhelming 71% of the financial sector mentioning that their performance was much better. That is a far cry from what was recorded in the non-financial sector, which actually recorded a worsened situation in the first half of the 2017 compared to 2016, which was about 42%. So the non-financial sector, other businesses' performance really wasn't that good within the services sector. But a marked improvement was recorded in the second half of the year, which actually came out to about 44%, where 44% of the respondents actually said they performed better. It is still not the overwhelming majority because same and worsen, still carries the overwhelming majority of about 66%.